involved in deadly clashes with Syrian government forces. Now, Israel has stepped up its campaign despite pressure from the United States, which has made moves to end Syria's international isolation. Listen in to what the Syrian president and Israeli prime minister had to say, followed by a report. Here we go.
فكنا بين خيارين: الحرب المفتوحة مع الكيان الإسرائيلي على حساب أهلنا الدروز وأمنهم وزعزعة استقرار سوريا والمنطقة بأسرها، وبين فسح المجال لوجهاء ومشايخ الدروز للعودة إلى رشدهم وتغليب المصلحة الوطنية على من يريد تشويه سمعة أهل الجبل الكرام. فلسنا ممن يخشى الحرب، ونحن الذين قضينا أعمارنا في مواجهة التحديات والدفاع عن شعبنا، لكننا قدمنا مصلحة السوريين على الفوضى والدمار.
היי אזרחי ישראל הדרוזים, המצב בסווידה, המצב בדרום מערב סוריה, הוא חמור מאוד. צה"ל פועל, חיל האוויר פועל, כוחות אחרים פועלים. אנחנו פועלים כדי להציל את אחינו הדרוזים וכדי לחסל את כנופיות המשטר. ועכשיו יש לי בקשה אחת מכם. אתם, אזרחי ישראל, אל תעברו את הגבול. אתם מסכנים את חייכם, אתם יכולים להירצח, אתם יכולים להיחטף, ואתם פוגעים במאמצים של צה"ל. ולכן אני מבקש מכם, חזרו לבתיכם, תנו לצה"ל לפעול.
The last few days saw dozens of civilians and military forces killed in intense clashes between Druze armed factions and Sunni Bedouin tribes alongside Syrian government forces in the country's Sweda province. What started as a series of tit-for-tat kidnappings spiraled into series rounds of fighting as tensions have simmered between the Druze and Syria's new Islamist-led government, which led the movement that toppled President Bashar al-Assad in early December. The interim government has promised to include the Druze, a small Islamic offshoot largely based in Syria, but has so far kept the authority. The Druze, like other minority groups in Syria, have been skeptical of those promises. Meanwhile, the Israeli army struck near the entrance of the Syrian Ministry of Defense in Damascus. Israel has launched a series of airstrikes on convoys of government forces in southern Syria since the clashes erupted and has beefed up forces on the border. It threatened to further intervene to back the Druze in the country. A number of Druze live in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights and are related to those in Syria.
50 people were killed in a massive fire in a hypermarket in Al-Qut. This is a city in eastern Iraq. Local media is reporting this. Video circulating on social media showed flames engulfing a 5-story building in Al-Qut overnight while firefighters were trying to contain the fire. The cause of this fire was not immediately known, but the governor said that initial results from an investigation would be announced within 48 hours. NDTV's Mohammad Ghazali brings us details.
Around 59 victims have been identified of this fire incident, which happened in one of the shopping complexes in Qut area of Iraq, and it is believed that many people are still trapped under the debris. It's a multi-story shopping complex where the fire incident happened. The reason of the fire incident is the cause of the fire has not been ascertained yet, and within 2 days a formal inquiry report will be released, and 2 days of mourning has also been announced in Iraq over this particular incident. A lawsuit has also been filed against the owner of the shopping complex where this incident has happened.
Thank you very much for that report. Let's move on to our next story. The demolition of legendary filmmaker Satyajit Ray's ancestral home in Bangladesh, Mymensingh, has been halted, and the authorities have formed a committee to look at how it can be reconstructed. This comes after India expressed concern over the ongoing demolition of Mr. Ray's ancestral house in Bangladesh. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee has also protested this demolition, stating that the house is intricately tied to Bengal's cultural history. NDTV's Saurabh Gupta brings more. Saurabh?
After concern and India also offering to help with the restoration of Satyajit Ray's ancestral house in Mymensingh in Bangladesh, the Bangladesh government has told NDTV that there is, of course, an effort now ongoing to restore it. Not only that, they've halted the demolition, and they say that the demolition of this structure, which is connected to cultural icon Satyajit Ray, noted filmmaker, all of that, and also his ancestors, including Upendra Kishore Roy Chaudhary, who of course are associated with that house in Mymensingh in in Bangladesh. Now, in an exclusive interview with NDTV, the Bangladesh High Commission official said that this was an administrative oversight, this was not a targeted demolition, and that while they can restore it, India, they say, has offered to help, and they would certainly look at it because India has also restored many old buildings. But this is something that was also being seen from the perspective and lens of cultural revisionism in Bangladesh, because it came after Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's home was burnt down. Then, of course, there was Rabindranath Tagore's home in Shirajganj, which was vandalized, and then you had this particular house also being demolished.
Thank you, Saurabh, for that. Violence erupted on Wednesday at a rally of Bangladesh's youth-led National Citizen Party in the southern town of Gopalganj, with 4 people killed and over 50 people injured. That's according to local media. Awami League chief and former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has strongly condemned the horrific attack and barbaric killings in Gopalganj today, blaming the Yunus-led government for this violence. Deadly student-led protest forced longtime Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to flee to India in August of last year. And since then, there have been delays over promised reforms, over growing protests, and political division. U.S. President Donald Trump has hinted at reaching a new trade agreement with India soon, while a trade deal with the European Union could also possibly be finalized, but it would be too soon to say if a deal with Canada can be agreed upon as the tariff deadline looms. India and the U.S. have been holding negotiations for the trade pact primarily to keep the tariffs below 20%. During an interview with Real America's Voice on Wednesday, Trump was asked which trade deals were on the horizon, and he responded by saying, and I quote, "We're very close to India and we could possibly make a deal with the European Union." Listen in to what Mr. Trump has to say.
We had one yesterday, that was announced. We have another one coming up, maybe with India. I don't know. We're in negotiation. When I send out a letter, that's a deal. In other words, that's a deal. The best deal we can make is to send out a letter. And the letter says that you'll pay 30%, 35%, 25%, 20%. We're very close to a deal with India where they open it up.
Again, Donald Trump making headlines. He said that Coca-Cola had agreed to sweeten its signature soft drink with cane sugar in the United States in what could represent a major shift from its decades-long use of high fructose corn syrup. In a social media post on Wednesday, the U.S. president said that he had been speaking to Coca-Cola about using cane sugar in their drink, calling the switch just better. Coca-Cola hasn't confirmed a full recipe change just yet, but promises more details soon. The announcement is stirring backlash from corn growers who warn that this move could cost jobs and hurt U.S. farmers. The U.S. Embassy in India has issued a visa warning stating that committing assault, theft, or burglary in the United States could lead to a visa being revoked. This advisory comes after an Indian woman was caught stealing items worth 1.1 lakh rupees at a Target store in Illinois. As a word of caution, the advisory further stated that such an act, robbery, could make one ineligible for future U.S. visas, preventing re-entry into the U.S. Therefore, the embassy urged foreign visitors to adhere to law and order. A U.S. citizen and Army veteran who works as a security guard at a California cannabis farm said on Wednesday that U.S. officials arrested him during an immigration raid last week and held him for 3 days without any explanation. George Reitz, who's 25 years old, works as a security guard at Glasshouse Farms in Camarillo, and said he was arriving to work on July 10th when several federal agents surrounded his car and, despite identifying himself as a U.S. citizen, broke his window, pepper sprayed him, and dragged him out.
I was on my way to work. I got caught in the middle between the protest and ICE agents. I explained myself. I let the ICE agents know that I'm a U.S. citizen, that I'm American, that I work at the Glass House, and they ignored me. They didn't care what I had to say. they automatically accuse me of just, I guess, doing something wrong, and they escalated it from there. ICE escalated the entire situation.
Keir Starmer and Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz are expected to sign a new bilateral treaty that promises tighter action on smuggling gangs, expanded defense exports, and closer industrial ties between the UK and Germany. The bilateral friendship and cooperation treaty marks the latest phase of Starmer's bid to build Britain's influence in Europe without reopening formal ties with the EU. Now, this treaty includes a German commitment to make it illegal to facilitate unauthorized migration to the UK, closing off a key supply route used by smugglers operating from German territory. UK officials say that the new law, which is expected to be passed by the end of the year, will give police and prosecutors the tools to target warehouses and logistical hubs used to store small boats and engines linked to channel crossings. The U.S. Department of Justice has fired a veteran federal prosecutor who worked on the cases against sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, and hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. It's not clear why Maureen Comey was removed from her job at the Southern District of New York, but her exit was confirmed by sources to the BBC's U.S. partner, CBS. Doctors in the United Kingdom have announced the birth of 8 healthy babies after performing a groundbreaking procedure that creates IVF embryos with DNA from 3 people to prevent the children from inheriting incurable genetic disorders. The mothers were all high risk for passing on life-threatening diseases to their babies due to mutations in their mitochondria. This is the tiny structure that sits inside cells and provides power that the cells need to function. The 4 boys and 4 girls, including one set of identical twins, were born to 7 women and have no signs of the mitochondrial diseases that they were at risk of inheriting. One further pregnancy is ongoing as we speak. Indian astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla reunited with his wife Kamna Shukla and 6-year-old son Kiyash Shukla after his 18-day mission aboard the International Space Station. The emotional moment was captured on camera with photographs showing Shukla embracing his wife and his child in tight hugs. His wife and son, Kamna and Kiyash, are in Houston, Texas, and it was the first time that Shukla saw his family in 2 months. He wrote in an Instagram post, and I quote, "It was challenging. Coming back to Earth and holding my family back in my arms felt like home." He added that human spaceflight missions are magical, but they are made magical by the humans. Astronomers have discovered the earliest seeds of rocky planets forming in the gas around a baby sun-like star. This provides a precious peek into the dawn of our own solar system. It's an unprecedented snapshot of time zero. This is according to scientists' report when new worlds begin to gel. And now from the world of technology, Google has announced. And now we're going on to a break. Stay tuned.
If you won't do it for you, do it for your grandchild, who's mad you didn't hear her joke.
Book a free hearing test at bootshearingcare.com.
Get 3's unlimited SIM value plan, with EU roaming included. And roam like you're at home in the EU, from just £24 a month. Don't miss out. Go unlimited today. Buy now in store or at 3.co.uk today.
How long's it been then? We met about 8 years back. What? Yeah, serious relationship.
He has this way of looking into my eyes.
Knows how to treat me. Gentle, considerate.
Did I tell you he owns his own business?
I think he's going to pop the question.
Better or worse?
Better.
Our opticians and audiologists own their stores, so your care is their business, which can make them rather popular.
Apparently, he's seeing half the town.
Book an appointment today.
And now from the world of technology, Google has announced that students in India can now get their AI subscription plan for free. This means access to Gemini's suite of AI-powered products and services, which is otherwise worth 1,950 rupees per month, free for 12 months. Here's a brief report.
The headline here is that Google is offering all the might and benefits of their Gemini AI Pro plan to students for absolutely free for 1 year. Now here in India as well. We've compiled the 5 major benefits that you get if you're a student and you avail the offer that was otherwise worth 19,500 rupees for the entire year. Number 1, you get a study partner who can bounce ideas around with in unlimited capacity. This buddy will help prepare study schedules, help with homework, help bounce ideas, help prep for exams, help prep for internship interviews, help ideate so sessions aren't boring so much. Number 2, you get features like deep research for free included in the plan. Since the Pro version is powered by Gemini 2.5 Pro, Google's most powerful and most advanced model, you get deeper insights and better contextual understanding and outputs and answers. To go above and beyond if you need to, you also get higher usage access to Notebook LM, which actually is a dedicated research and thinking partner. Number 3, access to VO3 tools, which means the ability to generate very realistic videos and other media for your creative projects. Number 4, access to Gemini in Docs and Gmail. I mean, everyone on earth has a Gmail ID, but with this plan, Gemini will integrate into Google Workspace apps as well. Number 5, I saved this one for last because sheepishly admitting, this is why I got my Google One subscription. You get 2 terabytes of cloud storage, readily available anywhere, readily shareable, everywhere. The fight for supremacy in the AI space is absolutely real. We just don't see it happening that much. But with Google making the entry free for students, do you also feel like they've actually gotten a leeway with users of advanced AI tools of tomorrow? At NDTV, we do a huge bucket load of stories around AI, by the way, and it's tailored to everyone. It's tailored to you as well. So stay hooked to us for developments on this one as well.
Samsung boss Lee Jae-young has been cleared by South Korea's top court of fraud charges, concluding a years-long legal battle, over his role in a 2015 merger deal. Now, Lee is the grandson of Samsung's founder and the de facto head of the company since 2014. He'd been accused of using stock and accounting fraud to try to gain control of the firm. In its final verdict, the Supreme Court in Seoul upheld a not guilty verdict after Lee was acquitted of all charges in 2 earlier trials. A new portrait of Britain's King Charles III has been produced by the world's first ultra-realistic humanoid robot artist, Ada. Algorithm King was created using Ada's advanced AI algorithms, a robotic arm using oil on canvas, and the cameras in her eyes. The portrait was unveiled at the UK mission to the WTO and the United Nations in Geneva as part of the 2025 AI for Good Summit hosted by the UN. A rare oil portrait of Mahatma Gandhi, believed to be the only one that he sat for the artist to paint, has fetched triple its estimate at 152,800 pounds. That's approximately 1.75 crore rupees in a Bonhams auction in London. The painting, which had never before been offered at auction, had been on offer for an online auction with a guide price range between 50 and 70,000 pounds and was the top lot of the travel and exploration sale. Pragananda has taken down Magnus Carlsen in the 4th round of rapid chess at the Las Vegas Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Tour. He played a superb match with the white pieces to beat the former world champion. With this win, Pragnanda is the sole leader of his group with 3.5 out of 4 points. There will be 3 more rounds of rapid chess played. The top 4 players from the 2 groups will make it to the winner's bracket. Carlsen was beaten twice by Gukesh after he branded the later as a weak player and held on to draw by 9-year-old Arit Kapil. Barcelona's electric 18-year-old winger Lamine Yamal has been handed the famous number 10 shirt previously worn by club icon Lionel Messi, capping a remarkable breakthrough season for the teenager. Yamal earned the jersey after a stellar campaign where he netted 18 goals and provided 25 assists as Barcelona swept the domestic treble of La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Spanish Super Cup while they reached the Champions League semi-finals. The youngster, who wore the number 19 shirt last season, had already committed his long-term future to the club, signing a contract extension in May that will keep him at Barcelona until year 2031. A fire has destroyed the main stage at the Tomorrowland Festival in Belgium just 2 days before the event was set to open. Now, no injuries were reported during the blaze, and the cause of the fire still remains unclear. In an update posted on the festival's website, organizers said that the campsite would still open on Thursday as planned, and that the focus was on finding solutions for the festival weekend. July 17th is celebrated as World Emoji Day. Now, just like you and me, the world is obsessed with emojis. There's an emoji to literally convey everything, every emotion and every action. My colleague Arun and Mayank decode emojis for us. Have a look.
All stupid monkey, this, that. How did it work?
Put a red dress on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's World Emoji Day and we have another segment.
We're celebrating the fabulous mode of communication that is emojis.
We'll be recreating some of these with our own face, and we don't really have a name, but I would want to call it he-moji because we're putting he like the human element.
I wouldn't put a gender to it.
Okay, what do you want to call it? He, they, them emoji.
Emoji. Yes.
Lovely.
All emojis.
He, she, they, them emoji.
Right. So stupid.
Now this is the second one. Okay.
Okay, that's easy.
I think for this emoji, I think you will be the closest.
How dare you? It's the monkey emoji.
I think he should get a good score for this.
I will take it.
You have to recreate it. This is your face 24/7 anyway.
No, it's not. How would I even? How would things come out?
Yeah, I mean
special effects.
Not this one.
I mean, these are so you. I think I should give you something. All stupid monkey, this, that.
You did the monkey one really good, I must tell you.
I don't even want to defend it.
Okay, okay, this one. Okay, last.
Okay.
Do you want to do a dancing emoji? I'll do the girl twirling emoji.
But you don't have a red dress on.
Editor, put a red dress on. Thank you very much. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The emoji that I have for you is
this.
Yeah. Collab for collab. Hashtag. Hashtag collab for collab.
Okay, done.
Have fun with those emojis. Let's go to a commercial break. Stay tuned.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
No, to me it's jelek. I like jelek. Today that's it. No, I'm واقف أنا أخواتي بيموتوا من الجوع ما نصير تغذية كمان بيغوا بالليل بيبكوا من الجوع يعني ما بنحسن يعني نعمل لهم أكل أيام كتل ولم فلا من قهر فون مليون جنيه فون مليون يا شغل.
For Khaltoon, Tariq and Basira, seeing their siblings suffer from malnutrition is heartbreaking. They are among the millions of children caught in a global hunger crisis that continues to get worse. Across the world, families are struggling to find food because of conflict, displacement, and extreme weather. We urgently need your help right now to fight acute hunger and malnutrition. please search Save the Children or visit savethechildren.org.uk to give £5 a month. Your £5 a month can help us provide life-saving food and medical care and help families with lasting solutions to beat hunger. Help children like Khartoum so they don't have to watch their siblings suffer. No child should go hungry, so please donate today. Search Save the Children or visit savethechildren.org.uk to give £5 a month. Thank you.
I'm in. Okay, now, you can have a great first day. I promise, all right? Give me that.
Your donations helped 3D print his heart to guide his surgery and saved his life with a groundbreaking innovation. And the future breakthrough that could cure her is closer than ever. Help us turn science fiction into reality and save more lives like hers. Donate to the British Heart Foundation now.
John from work said it's a lovely hike.
Right, Rosie, can I have the boots bag? No, I meant the hiking boots bag. Did we not bring it?
Up to 50% off in the Big Boot Summer Sale. That's your summer sorted.
When Tony passed, we wanted to celebrate him his way. All he ever spoke about was bite this, bite that. I'll never forget our first date. Huge grin on his face as he rode up on that big noisy thing, and that's exactly the way he'd want to be remembered.
At Co-op Funeral Care,